around. Beverly Hills, that's where I wanna be. Gimme, living in Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills, rolling like a celebrity. Gimme, living in Beverly Hills. And birds go flying at the speed of sound to show you how it all began. Birds came flying from the underground. If you could see it, then you'd understand. And we'll all float on, okay. And we'll all float on, alright. Already we'll all float on. Now don't you worry, we'll all float on, alright. Feel good. Feel good. Feel good. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't you wish your girlfriend was raw like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't ya? Somebody told me you had a boyfriend who looked like a girlfriend that I had in February of last year. It's like a potential, well, like a potential, rushing around. Hey, hey, hey. I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick a lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa!
We'll take you to the candy shop.
Yeah!
For one taste of what we got.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and spend it all you got.
Come on!
Keep going till you hit the spot.
Whoa! When the pimp's in the crib, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Come, Mr. DJ, song pond to replay.
Tell Mr. DJ want to turn the music up.
All the gal on the dance floor wanting some more what?
Tell Mr. DJ want to turn the music up.
Hey, mister, please, Mr. DJ, tell me if you hear me. Turn the music up. She take my money, when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger, way over town.
It digs on me.
Hey, hey. Now I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down.
I gotta leave.
Get down, girl, go ahead, get down.
I gotta leave.
Get down, girl, go ahead, get down.
I gotta leave.
Get down, girl, go ahead. But I ain't saying she's a gold digger, gold digger, gold digger. Hey!
have no roses. Subconsciously they envy us a lot. They look down their noses and see a couple of dogs with more love than they've got. When they see us holding hands, they wish that they would keep sing along. And when they hear our favorite bands, they wish that may not show it. It doesn't fit. They're made of little roles that don't even know it. But jealousy abounds within their souls. When they see us on the street, they wish that they were geeks in love. And when they hear us trick or treat, they wish that they were geeks in love. As we lock arms and skip away, they wish that they were geeks in love. But you can almost hear them say they wish that they were geeks in la 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 do diddy love la 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 for the bitty ding dong love la 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 some uppity puppity love la 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 shapeppity bismar love la 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 a bubbity lava lamp love la 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 my sparkity Nimoy love la 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 to pokety pokety love la 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 giggity giggity keeps them love.
Sometimes I even find my princess in another castle. I should ask Dr. Mario for medicine, maybe hit up Little Nemo for a sedative, and slip into a Final Fantasy until the sequels get repetitive. You know I'll never let this stack up against me, Tetris. Some call me Pac-Man, maga maga maga, cause I eat these spirits for breakfast. And if my game ain't starting, baby feel free to blow on my cartridge. Alcohol makes everything so pixelated when you party in a
8-bit world. 8-bit world. 8-bit world. 8-bit world.
You know we living in a 8-bit world. We're side-scrolling in this, collecting coins in a next level.
Nowadays my life's so complicated. My TV's 3D, not pixelated. The music's for free and 5, 6, 7, 8-bit. Plug me in, you don't even gotta say shit. Hitting all my neighbors in Mercedes, okay they annoyed. Ask me why I do it, cause I'm all about the paper boy. Let me know that I am just the illest villain they employed. Let me slow it down with the illest noise. Damn girl, you kinda mean my screen pros. Take you to my D-pad, show you who's the hero. Give you all the recap, got a Metal Gear flow. Cause I'm so solid, my whole team brolic. Came to LA, man, now I got a Dodger. You ain't gonna make it in these streets like Frogger. I'm on YouTube, like a blogger, you heard me. Groupies wanna blow, Kirby.
8-bit world. 8-bit world. 8-bit world. 8-bit world.
You know we living in a, we're side-scrolling in this, collecting coins in a, we're next level. I drink until I feel like Tyson punched me out, and until these chicks get sick of us, I'll collect hearts like Kid Icarus. Hey princess, did I tell ya? I'm gonna be the next Legend of Zelda. I'm gonna be the one making noise, a real Mega Man amongst paper boys.
I take these toys, lay them out, tell them see you later. Haters getting in my face, so I'ma call them Space Invaders. Once I get her, I'ma take her. Y'all say that this is luck, son, but they don't ever shoot me down. Duck hunt.
8-bit world. 8-bit world. 8-bit world. 8-bit world.
You know we living in a, we're side-scrolling in this, collecting coins in a, we're next level.
8-bit world.
las pulgas se que fa como la que venta y aprese voy
Cuando oigo un dejo solo lonta sabe que es yo sin fin. De una vez se forma otra fruta no sé qué va a ser.
quiero conocerte, esto de mis días un poquito cambia y arte sigue la corriente que nunca te uso de tu el diente. Disco de reciente sin mi diente, el corazón disco, el corazón disco, no corazón, pues que es extraordinario que se salen, invitación una vida, no agitación toda. Si no quede nada tiene culpa míos disco por dentro, no sé de ni copié, tuve el tomo
De progresarme lo poner, pero también me sale.
tan fácil escribirlo, este eso va a ser fácil ser tan feo. Quiero conocerte, esto de mis días un poquito cambia y arte sigue la corriente que nunca te uso de tu el diente. Disco de reciente sin mi diente, el corazón disco, el corazón disco, no corazón, pues que es extraordinario que se salen, invitación una vida, no invitación a tu vida, invitación a tu vida. Me suena todo este dime copa y de tu Quito de mis días un poquito cambia el arte sigue la corriente que nunca te uso de tu el diente.
Look at this pickle jar. Every time I do, I feel the scars of being a cucumber and then awakening from my slumber. And this is where I grew sour. In the matter of a couple of hours, you're gonna feel so brand new when we toss you in and pickle you. Oh, everybody's gonna love you so much more after you've been soaked in vinegar. I've got to say it, yes I will. You will love being dead. Everybody's gonna love you so much more after you've been soaked in vinegar. I've got to say it, yes I will. You will love being dead. You're gonna love being dead, baby. Look at this pickle jar. Hop inside and you can be a star. Soaked in sour but so sweet. Now you're a tasty and nutritious treat. And now that you're pickled too, there ain't nothing that you can't do. Don't fight it now, can't you see? You'll be eating instead of me. Oh, everybody's gonna love you so much more now that you've been soaked in vinegar. I've got to say it, yes I will. You will now be dead. Everybody's gonna love you so much more now that you've been soaked in vinegar. I've got to say it, you know I say it, you know I. Everybody's gonna love you so much more
7 o'clock in the evening, watching something stupid on TV. I'm zoned out on the sofa when my wife comes in the room and sees me. And she says, is this Behind the Music with Leonard Skinner? And I say, I don't know, say it's getting late, what you wanna do for dinner? She says, I kinda had a big lunch, so I'm not super hungry. I said, well, you know, baby, I'm not starving either, but I could eat. She said, so what do you have in mind? I said, I don't know, what about you? She says, I don't care if you're hungry, let's eat. I said, that's what we're gonna do. But first you gotta tell me what it is you're hungry for. And she says, let me think, what's left in our refrigerator? I said, well, there's tuna, I know. She said, that went bad a week ago. I said, is the chili okay? She said, you finished that yesterday. I hopped up and said, I don't know, do you want to get something delivered? She's like, why would I want to eat liver? I don't even like liver. I'm like, no, I said delivered. She's like, I heard you say liver. I'm like, I should know what I said. She's like, whatever, I just don't want any liver. Well, I was gonna say something, but my cell phone started to ring. Now who could be calling me? Well, I checked my caller ID. It was just cousin Larry calling for the 3rd time today. My wife said, let it go to voicemail. I said, okay. Where were we? Oh, dinner, right. So what do you wanna do? She says, why don't you whip up something in the kitchen? Yeah, I said, why don't you? And then she says, baby, can't we just go out to dinner, please? I says, no. She says, yes. I says, no. She says, yes. I says, no. She says, yes. Oh, here's your keys. I step a little bit closer, say, okay, where you wanna go? She says, how about the Ivy? I said, yeah, well, I don't know. I don't feel like getting all dressed up and eating expensive food. She says, Olive Garden. I say, nah, I'm not in the mood. And Burrito King would make me gassy, there's no doubt. She says, just forget about it. I said, no, I swear I'm gonna take you out. Then I get an idea. I say, I know what we'll do. She says, what? I say, guess. She says, what? I say, we're going to the drive-thru. So we head out the front door, open the garage door, then I open the car doors, and we get in those car doors. Put my key in the ignition, and then I turn it sideways. Then we fasten our seat belts as we pull out the driveway. Then we drive to the drive-thru, heading off to the drive-thru. We're approaching the drive-thru, getting close to the drive-thru. Almost there at the drive-thru. Now we're here at the drive-thru. Here in line at the drive-thru. Did I mention the drive-thru? Well, here we are in the drive-thru line, me and her. Cars in front of us, cars in back of us, all just waiting to order. There's some idiot in a Volvo with his brights on behind me. I lean out the window and scream, hey, what you trying to do, blind me? My wife says maybe we should park, we could just go eat inside. I said I'm wearing bunny slippers, so I ain't leaving this ride. Now a woman on a speaker box is saying, can I take your order, please? I said, yes, indeed, you certainly can. We'd like 2 hamburgers with onions and cheese. Then my wife says, baby, hold on, I've changed my mind. I think I'm gonna have a chicken sandwich instead this time. I said, you always get a cheeseburger. She says, that's not what I'm hungry for. I put my head in my hands and scream, I don't know who you are anymore. The voice on the speaker says, I don't have all day. I said, then take her order, and we'll be on our way. I wanna get a chicken sandwich, and I want a cheeseburger too. She's like, you want onions on that? I'm like, yeah, I already said that I do. Plus we need curly fries, and don't you dare forget it. And 2 medium root beers, no, just 1, we'll split it. Then I said, I'm guessing that you're probably not too bright, so read me back my order, let's make sure you got it right. She says, 1, you want a chicken sandwich? 2, you want a cheeseburger? 3, curly fries and a large root beer. Stop, don't go no further. I never ordered a large root beer, I said medium, not large. Then she says, we're having a special, I supersized you at no charge. Oh. And that's all I could say was oh. And she says now there's something else that I really think you should know. You can have unlimited refills for just a quarter more. I say great, except we're in the drive-thru, so what would I want that for? Then she says wait a minute, your voice sounds so familiar, hey is this Paul? And my wife is all like no that ain't Paul. Now tell me who's this Paul? She says oh he's just some guy who goes to school with me. I sat behind him last year and I copied off of him in geometry. I said I know a guy named Paul. He used to be my plumber. He was prematurely bald and he moved to Pittsburgh last summer. He also had bladder problems and a really bad infection on his toe. And she says, Mister, please, you can stop right there. That's way more than I needed to know. And then we both were quiet, and things got real intense. And then she says, next window, please, that'll be $5.82. So we inched ahead in line, moving painfully slow. I got a little bored, so I turned on the radio. Turned it off because my wife was getting a headache. So we both just sat there quietly for her sake. Well, then I looked at her and she looked back at me. And I said, I think you have something in your teeth. She turned away from me and then turned back and said, did I get it? I said, yeah, well I mean most of it, but hey, you know, don't sweat it. Then she said, how about now? I said, yeah, almost. There's still a little bit there, but don't worry. It's probably just a piece of toast. Now we're at the pay window, or whatever you call it. Put my hand in my pocket. I can't believe there's no wallet. And the lady at the window's like, well, 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 that'll be $5.82. I turn around to my wife and say, how much have you got on you? She just rolls her eyes and says, I'll pay for this, I guess. So she reaches into her purse and busts out the American Express. I hand it to the lady and she says, oh dear, it's gotta be cash only. We don't take credit cards here. I took back the card and said, gee, really? Well, that sucks. And that's when I found out my wife was only carrying $3. I said, I thought you were gonna hit the ATM today. She says, I never got around to it, so where's your wallet anyway? And I said, never mind, just help me to find some change. Now the lady at the window's looking at me kind of strange. And she says, mister, please, we gotta move this line along. I said, now hold your stinking horses, lady, we won't be long. So I looked around inside the glove box and checked the mat beneath my feet. I found a nickel in an ashtray and a couple pennies and a dime in the space between the seats. Before long I had a little pile of coins of every sort. The lady counts it up and says, you're still about $1 short. And now my woman's got this weird look frozen on her face. She screams, you know I wasn't even really hungry in the first place. And so I turned around to the cashier again. I shrugged and said, okay, forget the chicken sandwich then. So I pick up my change, pick up my receipt, and I drive to the pickup window. Man, I just can't wait to eat. And now we see this acne-ridden kid about 16, wearing a dorky name tag that says, hello, my name is Eugene. And he hands me a paper bag. I look him in the eyes and I say to him, hey Eugene, could I get some ketchup for my fries? Well, he looks at me and I look at him. And he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he says, I'm sorry, what did you want again? I say ketchup, and he says, oh yeah, that's right, I just spaced out there for a second, I'm really kinda burnt tonight. And then he hands me the ketchup, and now we're finally driving away, and the food is driving me mad with its intoxicating bouquet. I'm
box under the stairs in the corner of the basement of the house half a block down the street from Jerry's bait shop. You know the place. Well, anyway, back then life was going swell and everything was just peachy! Except, of course, for the undeniable fact that every single morning, my mother would make me a big old bowl of sauerkraut for breakfast. Big bowl of sauerkraut! Every single morning! It was driving me crazy! I said to my mom, I said, "Hey, Mom, what's up with all the sauerkraut?" And my dear sweet mother, she just looked at me like a cow looks at an oncoming train. And she leaned right down next to me. And she said, "It's good for you!" And then she tied me to the wall and stuck a funnel in my mouth and force-fed me nothing but sauerkraut until I was 26 and a half years old. That's when I swore that someday I would get out of that basement and travel to a magical, faraway place where the sun is always shining and the air smells like warm root beer and the towels are oh so fluffy. Where the Shriners and the lepers play their ukuleles all day long and anyone on the street will gladly shave your back for a nickel. Waka waka doo-doo, yeah! Well, let me tell you people, it wasn't long at all before my dream came true. Because the very next day, a local radio station had this contest to see who could correctly guess the number of molecules in Leonard Nimoy's butt. I was off by 3, but I still won the grand prize. That's right, a first-class one-way ticket to Albuquerque. Albuquerque. Oh, yeah. You know, I'd never been on a real airplane before, and I gotta tell you, it was really great. Except that I had to sit between 2 large Albanian women with excruciatingly severe body odor, and the little kid in back of me kept throwing up the whole time. The flight attendants ran out of Dr. Pepper and salted peanuts, and the in-flight movie was Biodome with Pauly Shore, and oh yeah, 3 of the airplane engines burned out, and we went into a tailspin and crashed into a hillside, and the plane exploded in a giant fireball, and everybody died! Except for me. You know why? 'Cause I have my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position. Have my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position. Have my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position. So I crawled from the twisted burning wreckage. I crawled on my hands and knees for 3 full days, dragging along my big leather suitcase and my Garmin bag and my tenor saxophone and my 12-pound bowling ball and my Lucky Lucky autographed glow-in-the-dark snorkel. But finally I arrived at the world-famous Albuquerque Holiday Inn where the towels are oh so fluffy and you can eat your soup right out of the ashtrays if you wanna. It's okay, they're clean. Well, I checked into my room and I turned down the AC and I turned on the Spectravision and I'm just about to eat that little chocolate mint on my pillow that I love so very, very much when suddenly there's a knock on the door. Well, now who could that be? I say, who is it? No answer. Who is it? There's no answer. Who is it? They're not saying anything. So finally I go over and I open the door and just as I suspected, it's some big fat hermaphrodite with a flock of seagulls haircut and only one nostril. Oh man, I hate it when I'm right. So anyway, he burst into my room and he grabbed my lucky snorkel and I'm like, "Hey, you can't have that! That snorkel's been just like a snorkel to me!" And he's like, "Tough." And I'm like, "Give it!" And he's like, "Make me!" And I'm like, "Okay." So I grabbed his leg and he grabbed my esophagus and I bit off his ear and he chewed off my eyebrows and I took out his appendix and he gave me a colonic irrigation. Yes, indeed, you better believe it. And somehow in the middle of it all, the phone got knocked off the hook. And 20 seconds later, I heard a familiar voice. And you know what it said? I'll tell you what it said. It said, "If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator." In Albuquerque, Albuquerque. Well, to cut a long story short, he got away with my snorkel. But I made a solemn vow right then and there that I would not rest. I would not sleep for an instant until the one-nostriled man was brought to justice. But first I decided to buy some donuts. So I got in my car and I drove over to the donut shop and I walked on up to the guy behind the counter and he says, "Yeah, what do you want?" I said, "You got any glazed donuts?" He said, "No, we're out of glazed donuts." said, well, you got any jelly donuts? He said, no, we're out of jelly donuts. I said, you got any Bavarian cream-filled donuts? He said, no, we're out of Bavarian cream-filled donuts. I said, you got any cinnamon rolls? He said, no, we're out of cinnamon rolls. I said, you got an apple fritters? He said, no, we're out of apple fritters. I said, you got any bear claws? He said, wait a minute, I'll go check. I said, well, in that case, what do you have? He says, all I got right now is this box of 12 starving, crazed weasels. I said, okay, I'll take that. So he hands me the box, and I open up the lid, and the weasels jump out, and they immediately latch onto my face and start biting me all over. Oh, man, they were just going nuts. They were tearing me apart. You know, I think it was just about that time that a little ditty started going through my head. I believe it went a little something like this. Oh, get him off me! Get him off me! Oh, get him off! Get him off! Oh, get him off me! I ran out into the street with these flesh-eating weasels all over my face, waving my arms all around and just running like a constipated wiener dog. And as luck would have it, that's exactly when I ran into the girl of my dreams. Her name was Zelda. She was a calligraphy enthusiast with a slight overbite and hair the color of strained peaches. I'll never forget the very first thing she said to me. She said, hey, you got weasels on your face. That's when I knew it was true love. We were inseparable after that. Oh, we ate together, we bathed together, we even shared the same piece of mint-flavored dental floss. The world was our burrito. So we got married and we bought us a house and had 2 beautiful children, Nathaniel and Superfly. Oh, we were so very, very, very happy. Oh, yeah. But then one fateful night, Zelda said to me, she said, Sweetie Pumpkin, do you want to join the Columbia Record Club? I said, whoa! Hold on now, baby! I'm just not ready for that kind of a commitment! So we broke up and I never saw her again, but that's just the way things go! In Albuquerque! Things really started looking up for me because about a week later, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. That's right, I got me a part-time job at the Sizzler. I even made Employee of the Month after I put out that grease fire with my face. Oh yeah, everybody was pretty jealous of me after that. I was getting a lot of attitude. Okay, like one time, I was out in the parking lot trying to remove my excess earwax with a golf pencil when I see this guy Marty trying to carry a big old sofa up the stairs all by himself. So I say to him, I say, hey, you want me to help you with that? And Marty, he just rolls his eyes and goes, no, I want you to cut off my arms and legs with a chainsaw. So I did. And then he gets all indignant on me. He's like, hey man, I was just being sarcastic. Well, that's just great. How was I supposed to know that? I'm not a mind reader for crying out loud. Besides, now he's got a really cute nickname, Torso Boy. So what's he complaining about? Say, that reminds me of another amusing anecdote. This guy comes up to me on the street and he tells me he hasn't had a bite in 3 days. Well, I knew what he meant, but just to be funny, I took a big bite out of his jugular vein. And he's yelling and screaming and bleeding all over, and I'm like, hey, come on, don't you get it? But he just keeps rolling around on the sidewalk, bleeding and screaming, ah! 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 You know, completely missing the irony of the whole situation. Man, some people just can't take a joke, you know? Anyway, where was I? Kind of lost my train of thought. Okay, anyway, I know it's kind of a roundabout way of saying it, but I guess the whole point I'm trying to make here is I hate sauerkraut! That's all I'm really trying to say. And by the way, if one day you happen to wake up and find yourself in an existential quandary, full of loathing and self-doubt and racked with the pain and isolation of your pitiful, meaningless existence, at least you can take a small bit of comfort in knowing that somewhere out there in this crazy old mixed-up universe of ours, there's still a little place called Albuquerque.
This is a polka about a guy named Al, and he lived in the sewer with his hamster pal. But the sanitation workers really didn't approve, so he packed up his accordion and had to move to a city in Ohio where he lived in a tree. And he worked in a nasal decongestant factory, and he played on the company bowling team. And every single night he had a strange recurring dream where he was wearing lederhosen and a vat of sour cream. But that's really not important to the polka. I guess I might seem kinda bitter. You got me feeling down in the dumps, 'cause I'm stranded all alone at the gas station of love, and I have to use the self-service pumps. Oh, so honey, let me help you with that suitcase. You ain't gonna break my heart in two, 'cause I'd rather get 100,000 paper cuts on my face and spend one more minute with you. Put on your remote control, throw out your TV guide. Put away your jacket, there's no need to go outside. Don't you know that we control the horizontal? We control the vertical too. We gonna make a couch potato out of you. That's what we gonna do, yeah. Don't change your channel, don't touch the dial. We got it all on UHF. Kick off your sneakers, sneak around for a while. On UHF, don't worry about your laundry, forget about your job. Just crank up the volume and yank up the knob. We got it all, we got it all on UHF. Let's go. Talk with your mouth full. Bite the hand that feeds you. Bite off more than you can chew. What can you do? Dare to be stupid. Take some wooden nickels. Look for Mr. Goodbar. Get your merger working now. I'll show you how. You can dare to be stupid. 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 Let me be your hog. Let me be your hog now. I said baby, 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 baby. I eat filet mignon 7 times a day. My bathtub's filled with Perrier. What can I say? This is the life. This is the life. I buy a dozen cars when I'm in the mood. I hire somebody to chew my food. I'm an upwardly mobile dude. This is the life. This is the life. This is the life. Well, I had 2 weeks of vacation time coming after working all year down at Big Roy's Heating and Plumbing. Plumbing. So one night when my family and I were gathered round the dinner table, I said, kids, if you could go anywhere in this great big world now, where'd you like to go to? They said, Dad, we want to see the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. They picked the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. I'm a tour guide on the Jungle Cruise ride. Skipper Dan is the name, and I'm doing 34 shows every day, and every time it's the same. Look at those hippos, they're wiggling their ears, just like I've done for the last 50 years. Now I'm laughing at my own jokes, but I'm crying inside, cause I'm working on the Jungle Cruise ride. Da din din da, da din din da, da din din da, na din din da, na din din da, na din din da. Boom shakalaka, hey, boom shakalaka, hey. Ore wa Hakata otoko, kinpatsu Hakata otoko tai. It's Christmas at Ground Zero, there's music in the air. The sleigh bells are ringing and the carolers are singing while the air raid sirens blare. It's Christmas at Ground Zero, the button has been pressed. The radio just let us know that this is not a test. Everywhere the atom bombs are dropping, it's the end of all humanity. No more time for last minute shopping, it's time to face your final destiny. It's Christmas at Ground Zero, there's panic in the crowd. We can dodge debris while we trim the tree underneath the mushroom cloud. Harvey the wonder hamster. He doesn't bite and he doesn't squeal, he just runs around in his hamster wheel. Harvey the wonder hamster. Hey, Harvey. I can't wait, no, I can't wait. When are they gonna open up that door? I'm going, yes, I'm going, I'm a going to the, we're going, really going to the, we're going to the, yes, I'm going to Albuquerque. You know, I even think it's kinda cute the way you poison my coffee just a little each day. I still remember the way that you laughed when you pushed me down the elevator shaft. Oh, if you don't mind me asking, what's this poisonous cobra doing in my underwear drawer? Sometimes I get to thinking you don't love me anymore. Frank's 2000-inch TV. Everybody come and see Frank's 2000-inch TV. Don't download this song. The record stores where you belong. Go and buy the CD like you know that you should. Oh, don't download this song. Hey, acapella. Since you've been gone, well, I feel like I've been chewing on tinfoil. Since you've been gone, it's like I got a great big mouthful of cod liver oil. Well, I'm feeling like I stuck my hand inside a blender and turned it on. You know I've been in a buttload of pain since you've been gone. It couldn't hurt anymore if you dropped a two-ton bowling ball on my toes. It couldn't hurt anymore if you shoved a red-hot cactus up my nose. Since you've been gone, well, I feel like I'm getting tetanus shots every day. Since you've been gone, it's like I got an ice cream headache that won't go away. Ever since the day you left me, I've been so miserable, my dear. I feel almost as bad as I did when you were still here. Since you've been gone, since you've been gone, since you've been gone.
The Boomsmith, he could talk. Hello? And Marzipan would rock. And the stick would be this big old tree to try to eat everyone except a cheat and me.
And me!
We'll see. And the king of town will be underground in a box filled up with peas.
I hate peas!
I know! Bob's would give away flamethrowers that shoot chocolate $100 bills.
Imitation chocolate!
And my stupid baby brother would have been born with horns and a tail.
I'm evil.
And Coach Z would wear the school jacket.
Check it out, Joe!
And Homestar just couldn't hack it.
I quit.
And Pom Pom wouldn't change at all, so they'd look like an ABA basketball. 2, 3, 4. And this little weirdo would be a modestly hot girl to help me through the hard times. You know, the kind that are only sorta hot, so they don't mess around with other guys.
I'm forever your girl.
Rap Battle Peter Griffin versus Deadpool.
Looking at it now. Okay, Deathstroke the Mask, Bueller the Postal Guy, Harley Quinn, Bugs Bunny, and yep, I read all of your suggestions, and I saw none say me versus fight as Jared from Subway. Oh, whatever. Here's my first issue. I barely give enough a fuck about you to diss you. Step on the beat with me, you'll surely die trying. You've heard of drive-bys, I'll give you a drive. Brian! Zip it! Your time travel episodes are mad dumb. I thought pilots used to be a thing you ran from. Every now and then your writers come up with something to remind the audience of when you were sort of funny. Killing attention spans when next to some surfers. Damn, you fuck with children's heads worse than Herbert. Search unfunny moments and here's what you get. All of the seasons after McFarlane left. And Todd McFarlane is the better comic writer, ha! What? I needed a rhyme. And you look like the Blob at his cubicle job, but I think I'd rather just describe you in a song. Every day, he's obese, down in those beers like a big Wolverine. My face is one that my mother won't see, and somehow, fatty, you're more ugly than me.
Holy crap, Lois! Spider-Man's ugly. Knock would help more if you stayed away from me. When it comes to powers, the smocks are the lamest. Breaks through 4 walls, but suck on 4 stages? Welcome to Quahog, I'm glad that you visited. Cause sometimes I forget what an actual griffin is. Remember when superheroes were just here for laughs?
Peter, what are you doing?
Crap. You went to Ajax to get your cancer erased, only to erase 99% of your face. Vanessa left you, now you're in her rut. Ring of dominoes, you pizza-looking fuck. Only in Origins you ain't all that bad. Love it except for the cast. Now you got Reynolds attached. He plays you without the suit and the execs to the check. You ruined his film.
I actually really like
Meg. We had enough of Reddit's favorite super and his rape B humor. Fucking name me tumor, so pay me, loser. This shit was trash. Except this one verse where I kicked your ass. Holy crap, Lois.
I'm not Lois.
Somebody stop me, I'm smoking the track. How diggity Lois and Nick Moore, sons of the man. Well, Jim carrying our ass out the door, you bitch. I'm the best green guy he's played since the Grinch. Yeah, I heard you're the work with the mouth.
Fuck off! Peter, you're a mess.
Did you just order a package from Amazon?
What?
Going prime on this beat, hearing you three was torture. I'll giggity Lois and then make some more orders. Alexa just told me some nice information.
No! I have a second verse. Peter, you're a mess.
Hey, it's me, Goku. After this verse, I think I'll go do some training. I'll giggity Lois and then turn super strong.
Hancock and asshole, your neck will bang different. I'll giggity Lois and make a couple fresh princes.
I can't believe I was in the worst Royale of all time. SpongeBob, John Kramer, Hero Brian.
This reminds me of the time I was in a rap battle with Hero Brian.
Epic repentals of brilliance. Peter Griffin versus Hero Brian 2. Begin!
Welcome to Minecraft. This world is iconic. My name is Hero Brian, but I'm evil, ironic.
Did you forget who's the merc with the best flow? I messed the fuego a Pedro, como un Pedro.
22 seasons and you still trade blows with chickens?
You're the worst The Simpsons since O.J. Simpson. In Fortnite, I shoot you first, cause you're so huge it hurts. Then kill the verse like it's the fucking Marvel Universe.
Giving your wife shit and your daughter no love.
X-Force, deploy from the chopper above.
Claws out, I'm in.
Stop your violence.
We'll crawl and be silent.
Like Hulk when I tried him.
Seen the future, everybody in your life's done.
We may be X-Men.
But you're the giant-sized one.
Peter, you having trouble?
Yes, I am, Joe.
Then give us something that rocks. You better look like you if you face Quagmire or I'm diggity cheating.
Bring fear to the bar in the ground as well. When I make man, you know you run brown and clown.
I need cable only 4 when I watch cops. But I don't need Lex to sing your swan song.
What's up, dog?
My friends are dead.
They're fine. They're totally. You're guilt tripping me, trauma dumping. Oh no! Go back! Oh!
For the last time, now face the wrath of Peter Griffin. About to end up more sick, but I fucking verbal fever kicks in. Haven't even had sex, you virgin. Better be scared when I pen these words, bitch. Everything he's back was less than worth this more than fucking X-Men Origins. Fool, you get wrecked, fool. I've been rules. You should red stool. Take that your guts to make a mess. You'll be wondering if I'm from med school. I'm the juggernaut. My raps are hot. I break your balls, cause Peter conquers. This bitch is afraid. I'm spitting so great. This Twitter's my name like the Peter Conquers. Let's compare our Bryans. My dog and X-Men's director. White fur, blacklisted, canine molester. Now anytime they have a CQ father, they just think of the teens for trauma or overshadowed by singer problem, like they're killing a singer's opera.
What have you done? You just shot Peter.
But I, Peter.
No, it's Peter.
Rich Peter.
No, I mean.
Hey Peter, I've heard the commotion. I'm here to take you in.
But you've fallen for my trap and you can't escape, you bitch.
Peter gets up in his face. He's looking awful mad.
I blow a shell up if I need to.
Only for way to strike back.
There's more fun in store if you open that door.
I get close to the door. I open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
Somebody stop me, I'm smoking the track. I'll giggity Lois and make more sons of the man. I'll Jim carry
All
her
right.
through the door, you bitch.
Peter, you're a mess, but that geek was a snore. I've seen better masks at a seasonal store. Why does nothing ever go my fucking way? Oh yeah? What if I don't wanna? Huh? Don't make me do this. What does that mean?
Make me do this.
Oh, fuck religion! I don't have any faith! God can strike me down and take my cancer away!
Did you take me in vain? Oh, poor little Wade. All you've awakened is true verbal pain. You have a choice now. Repent to your sins or bleed and face an epic rapture of history!
Oh, jeez, Lord. I didn't mean those words. I take back everything I said since the first verse. Thank you for healing my tumorous cells and these burn marks from being the ruler of hell. Marvel's archangels come out to play. I hang with Mephisto and spread rumors that he's gay. So many souls, so many found charred. I chill on my couch and watch some South Park.
You're so evil that you're kinda like a villain. And you're so evil I bet you have sex with children and kill them. And you're so evil that I bet you hate my literature.
And I'm so evil that I'll waste your finisher.
There might be something in the MCU, but between us, who's the worst MC?
Kill yourself.
Damn it, I told myself that I would never touch this, but just take out the X and that's who you're in love with.
I'll stab Megan Chris, keep Brian as my living tool. Hang Marge from a tree and use Stewie for a ritual. The chances of escaping my maze are miniature.
And I'm so holy that I always should finish it. I heard Ryan Reynolds gave a bunch of women AIDS, so St. Peter won't let him go through the pearly gates.
McFarlane going to heaven, that's not where you'll be. You'll die at 9/11 and come straight to me.
Who won? Who's next? You decide. Epic rap battles of...
Don't forget to watch Family Guy.
Wow. I'm Epic Lloyd. Oh fuck, my pizza's here.
Yeah, I have a pizza delivery for Mr. Epic Lloyd.
Gangster. Let me just get your tip.
What?
Epic Lloyd, this shit was fucking trash. It burst in my ears and made me want to kill myself. I needed anything to tell you.
If you think you little
Save them. Through dark times, hope rises and blossoms. I'll giggity Lois and create some green constructs. Green Lantern, baby, remember every vowel. Or next time you'll have a word with the Lantern Council. When shit like this happens, I'm wondering where peace went.
I still feel like my CGI was pretty decent.